Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Get up! 180! 51!
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go. It's time to crash. Watch the run.
51's the mic, boys. 51.
Alert, 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 alert.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First down, a run with Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Get up! 180!
51's the mic. Watch the pass. Jam him, jam him, jam him.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9. Go on third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Let's go.
Get up! 180!
Mike, 51. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Lock in, lock in.
Check 37, check 37. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Right here.
Now Trubisky on first down, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bears first down.
Get up!
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 25. Check 25. Check 52. Watch the safety creep.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Motion.
They try again with Montgomery. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trubisky keeps it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 31. Check 31. Under crush. Get 300. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Kill! Check the backer, check the backer. Quick the edge. Come. Check 99, check 99. Alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Packers take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Out. Watch the edge, watch the edge, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Bears.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. They'll run with Davis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Double dog. Alert. 51 to Mike. 51 to Hey, wahoo. Defense, set the tone. Defense, let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
319. Mike 58, right there. 6 man. Check curls. Slam. 58's the Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Let's see what you got. Check safety, check safety.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back up.
Now Trubisky lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yard.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strong right, strong right.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And some room to work. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, pop, pop, pop.
They'll go again to Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to...
And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers.
There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it. There you go.
Jimmy Graham. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I've given him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Davis now to return it. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, just a deadly combination, and we see why right there.
And we've seen it develop over the years, because when Davante Adams first joined the Packers, he had to earn the trust of the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He has it in a big way now. He'll throw it to him long, he'll throw it to him short, but he always expects a big play to result.
Adams, former 2nd-round pick out of Fresno State, plays like a first-round pick in the NFL. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Box drop, box drop. Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Mike's 50. Okay, double up.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the 39, Trubisky. That's caught by Howard.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And he finds Howard complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Move 58.
Hey, I'm coming.
Move again.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. He's got Lewis. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Rodgers now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Get him.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Green 18.
Come on, D.
Green 18.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the delay, Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Red, Bravo. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Now Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
All day, punk.
And 50, Mike
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Lock in. Hey, Delta.
On third down, Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 50.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
58.
58's the Mike. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Hey, Zoo.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On 1st down, Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Show an A. Show an A.
Inside. Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Right there. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Rip left. Rip left.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Now Trubisky lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Man out. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Let's go. Calm the crowd. We own nil. 51.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the twist.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter.